A lot of shades of blue, two particular shades of blue in the crowd tonight, and we are underway. North Carolina in their Carolina Blues with, as Steph mentioned it, they're down two starters. Usby still out with the lower body injury, and Renaya Kelly, what's being called a lower body injury plus some rest. So Grant and Townsend get the start, and Lanie Grant's confidence must be sky high.
Well, we saw she's a young player that has a lot of swag. She's bouncy, she's confident, and every single game her decision-making gets clearer, it gets cleaner.
Coach Banghart saying that was the difference. Her reactions, her decisions with the ball, as you mentioned, coming quicker as she adjusts to this game. Donovan with the turnaround, and boy, we're in Cameron, but you hear a lot of Carolina fans right now. India Navarre hesitates, good defense, and we're going to say that a lot tonight. Jadyn Donovan that time shut her down.
Two of the top defensive teams in the ACC, in the country for that.
Rhea Gokdang now with the shot clock winding down, has to throw up a shot, catches rim, but doesn't go in. Donovan gets the rebound, just a sophomore, and their best defender, Carol Lawson says, the best defender in the league. But she has that unorthodox. This is the third straight game she's missing. Only played 2.5 minutes against North Carolina State when she got hurt, got the knee injury. And Coach Banghart told us, still week to week, but she says she will play again.
She's 41 rebounds away from the North Carolina record. She's a player who impacts the game in a lot of different ways. She stuffs the stat sheet. They certainly miss her when she's not out there, but this team has been resilient. They've found different ways to win.
Didn't take long for Toby Fournier to enter the game for Duke. She is number 35 in white. And posting up against Gokdang, who is an experienced senior, and she just got taken. Hitting 47% of her shots in the last two games, averaging 10.5 points per game after she was in what Coach Lawson called a slump. Grant. Mair, Duke's point guard, puts it in. Gokdang trying to get position on Fournier.
I love how Toby Fournier is just working.
She was able to leak away, and that was a good pass from Townsend.
And a great job of continuing to work by Gokdang. She just rode Toby Fournier up that lane line to create space.
Fournier comes out to set a screen. Jackson finishes. Townsend, very experienced, four-year starter at Richmond. Shot clock into single digits. Turn the corner and drew the foul. Gokdang, her second year here after 2 years at Boston College. Scored over 1,000 points at Richmond and gets a couple here. Ties the game up. Jackson pulls up over Grant, a little bit too strong, but Donovan, who's an elite rebounder, got it back. Fournier chases it down and then is able to slip in.
And in the absence of Alyssa Usby on the interior, someone who just has a knack for rebounding, positioning, making contact, boxing out, and discipline is going to be critical for North Carolina.
Townsend comes down and buries the jumper. Yeah, Usby, so valuable to her team, leading them in so many categories, but an elite rebounder. Fournier driving again on Gokdang. She's taking it right to her tonight.
Well, she's coming off a 22-point game against Syracuse, and she's going to get a touch. She's going to be able to go to work on the interior. Duke doing a good job of keeping space around.
Reigan Richardson, a 3-year starter from Charlotte after playing her freshman year at Georgia. And senior nights can be a bit emotional, but they seem to be okay so far. And this game is okay so far, 13-11. When they met on January 9th, teams didn't get into double digits until almost halfway through the second quarter. Duke 7 of 10 from the floor. Grant, wow. Fournier off to a terrific start. Already with 6 points. She was 0 for 8 from the floor when they played in Chapel Hill earlier this year. Different story with Toby Fournier tonight.
You can see the emotion right there. And Courtney Banghart talked about how important it is for Maria Gochdane to be on the floor, and we see Blanca Thomas coming in to give her a spell. And in that first matchup, Blanca Thomas was big. She gave North Carolina really good minutes.
Donarski goes to the free throw line. Check it out tonight as soon as we are finished here. Donarski 1 out of 2. Fournier's taking a 3. Oh my goodness! What has gotten into Toby Fournier? She's got 12 points in the first quarter.
Her 5th 3 of the season. I love it, Pam. These young players stepping into these big moments, making huge plays for their teams.
Donovan got a hand on that shot. Ball deflects out. It's only the 13th 3 she has taken all season. Richardson's first bucket. Crisp with the fake, and then the good pass into Thomas, but absolutely demolished by Jadyn Donovan.
Rivalry matchups mean something. I mean, this is just a heck of a play by Donovan, getting back, rejecting the Blanca Thomas shot.
She's 11th in the league in blocks as a 6-foot guard. Emma Cable called for the foul that sends Donarski to the line, where she is 1 of 2. Just freshmen and sophomores playing in the forward positions. And DeJesus, number 2, the other senior, along with Richardson. There she is. She checks in.
And we've seen North Carolina the last couple of games throw some of this 2-3 zone out there to give teams a different look. But it's incredibly difficult to rebound out of the zone.
She could dunk at the age of 14, and there are the numbers. She's going to crush that. The points. Fournier making her case for Rookie of the Year in the ACC. Here's DeJesus, got to throw one up. The Duke Blue Devils shot 53% from the floor in that first quarter.
Especially with this matchup that she has right here, you got to try to get her into a little bit of a rhythm.
North Carolina down 2 starters, and Usby and Kelly tonight. DeJesus getting it in to Donovan. Ball is North Carolina's. 6'4" redshirt freshman. Did not play last year, rehabbing a high school injury. Grant bottled up by Richardson. Got the shot off anyway and hit it. Thomas handing it off. Richardson with the runner.
And Reigan Richardson has to be a big part of the offense.
She certainly was last year in the NCAA tournament, and they were able to upset Ohio State on the road. That's a terrific look. And you can see they're leaving Jackson. She's got like 5 yards of space. Daring her to shoot. DeJesus wide right. Deanna Crisp coming off a season's best 19 points at Louisville. Couple of turnovers in a row. Donovan with the finish. Octane sets the screen. Donarski turns and hits. Carolina trying to get something going. Townsend, who got the start tonight, got bumped by Mair. Very different from the first time these two played. We had the pleasure of calling that game January 9th.
We did.
Yes.
The defensive battle that it was.
Yeah, that's what Carol Lawson, with the visit before the game today, she said, you know, it's two of the best defensive teams in the country. It's kind of what you expect. She thought this would be a slugfest as well. And North Carolina making a little dent here as they get the bucket from Layla Hull, who doesn't get a lot of playing time. Redshirt freshman from Indiana. Duke with the answer from Richardson. Reigan with the three. After a hot start, Duke had cooled down. Richardson to Fournier, working against Gokdang, who got the...
Fournier tried to sell that little bit of contact.
Good no call there. Clean block. Carolina does not have numbers, so Townsend waits for some help. Drives on Fournier and then thinks better of it. Gokdang, guarded by Akanawa, has the height advantage, but Akanawa is a really good defender. Shot clock going down.
And Townsend trying to tell her, good job.
Mair, short, Fournier, another rebound. And she is close to a double-double. Here's Gokdang, and Carolina can take the lead. Navarre all the way. Akanawa, probably the fastest person in this building. Lost it. To end the quarter, Duke scored 7 points in that quarter after putting up 24. And we are underway. North Carolina and Duke, both of them, 3 seeds according to the NCAA reveal earlier today. Thomas didn't even look at the basket. Mair calling for it. Thomas, great offensive board, and then it's knocked away by Townsend. Inside, Gokdang working against Thomas, rolls off the rim. Richardson, good offensively. Grant, little step back, short. Mair slices in and drew a foul before.
Keeping North Carolina uncomfortable offensively, making them run offense out beyond the three-point line.
They only scored 7 points in that second quarter after putting up 24 in the first. The 7 points, their lowest ever in a second quarter this season. Richardson feeling it. Exactly what they need from Richardson in her senior season. That's thrown away. Here's Mair. Jackson. Richardson, 2 in a row. Yes! Reigan Richardson is back.
And you love to see it, Pam, because she struggled.
I still think North Carolina has to find a way to get her more involved.
Navarre got hit. She got a couple of free throws, but she missed all 8 of her shots in that overtime loss at Carolina. India Navarre. Navarre just 52% on the season from the line. Got them both. She sits down with a couple of fouls. Sierra Toomey back in.
And I like this substitution by Courtney Banghart because Sierra Toomey then can match up with Toby Fournier. It allows you to keep Maria Gokdang on the floor without her getting into foul trouble. But if I'm Duke, I'm looking to get Donovan the ball and attack. Now it opens up the playbook in a new level.
Richardson was 17. Townsend had to tightrope that baseline. Now Gokdang working against the freshman. Richardson has scored 15 of the last 17 points for Duke. Here she goes again, the other side. Just a little bit too strong.
I don't think Lexi Donarski had to be in that deep of a rotation in that two-man.
Mair, tremendous to take it away from Grant. Donarski knocked it down. Duke now with just a 2-point lead. Donovan working on Toomey, has to get rid of it. Lanie Grant. She's not afraid of anybody. Fournier.
No trouble.
Yep.
That'll be the next level of development.
Well, but the double teams that she
yes,
draws.
when the double teams start to come,
Yep.
when she learns to attack and teams are rotating onto her, she'll start to see those.
Gokdang had it taken away by Akanawa. Mair got set her feet. Richardson gets him an extra shot, and Jackson buried it.
Every possession matters. Duke has been so good on the offensive glass, giving their team multiple possessions, able to capitalize.
Duke with 12 offensive rebounds. Gokdang working against Fournier. Remember, Gokdang has 3 fouls. Fournier blocked her. Richardson's had the hot hand and continues. Richardson's first 20-point game since late November, when she put up a career-high 35 against Oklahoma. Gokdang had to get out of it. Another turnover. Here come the Devils. Akanawa. Her first basket of the game caps an 8-0 run. 20 points, again the most since late November for Richardson.
I mean, look, we're talking about a player who had 35 against Oklahoma. She can flat out fill it up.
So great in their Sweet 16 run last year. Back-to-back 20-point games, 25-point games in the NCAA. There's another three. They're falling now. Ashlon Jackson beats the buzzer.
And if you're the North Carolina Tar Heels, you've got to find a way, if you're Courtney Banghart, to settle your team down, to continue to chip away. Again, no Renaya Kelly on the floor, out for a lower body rest injury. And no Alyssa Utsby as she continues to work her way back as well.
Duke in that third quarter hit 5 threes. They were 5 of 10 from distance, outscoring Carolina 21-9. Reigan Richardson doing most of the damage in the third.
And 10 North Carolina turnovers.
Yep.
Again, a team that doesn't turn the ball over a lot. The last few games, they have been turning it over, but without Renaya Kelly on the floor.
Donarski now with 10 points. Thomas puts it in. Her first basket. Navarre turns the corner, puts it up, gets her own miss, and got fouled. Sends Navarre to the line, where she's 2 for 2 this evening. Florida State, all that coming their way on Saturday.
I like it. Right to her. Right to her. That's a great read. Shot doesn't fall, but that's really good execution. And if you're North Carolina, you've just got to continue to chip away. You've got to find ways to put pressure on this Duke defense at the rim.
Courtney Banghart's team sitting in third place in the ACC. Louisville had a tough game against Clemson until they blew it open in the second quarter tonight. Grant, bottled up by Richardson, somehow got the shot off and it went in.
Lanie Grant's been really impressive. I mean, we saw her on Sunday, career high 19 points off the bench.
Richardson, terrific. Passed up the shot to get it over to Donovan. Navarre found a little bit of daylight, but then was absolutely shut down by Donovan. Jackson, count it. Three-point play. It's a lead back up to 8. This matches their biggest lead of the game. And then it's thrown away yet again.
For North Carolina, it does mean something in terms of NCAA seeding.
And North Carolina, even if they lose this game and split with Duke, North Carolina still has the tiebreak in the ACC because they beat NC State. Fournier!
The frustration on Reigan Richardson's face when she was going through that slump, and you know, to see her work her way through it, to stay the course, to stay positive.
And that's one thing Carol Lawson said, that at practice, the effort was always there. Never had a bad practice. Yeah, Grant, the 17-year-old, having to have the ball in her hands a lot tonight. She's left open.
That's a good find. This is how it should always be in Cameron Indoor Stadium.
Mair with the shot clock at 5, directs traffic. Gokdang switches on her. Fournier! Follow.
It's what happens when you engage a big. Great job by Mair of forcing Gokdang to stay with her. Even if she doesn't make that shot, the offensive rebounding opportunity is there.
Toby Fournier now with the double-double, her second of the season. 17 points to go along with the 10 boards. She's bringing it up. Will she go coast to coast? Pulled it out. I wanted to see her go right at Gokdang there.
Yeah, this is good time and score
Right,
execution
I know.
there.
It's all about me, though.
Yep.
I wanted to see it. Yeah, it's smart to pull it out.
Learning moments.
Richardson, have yourself a senior night.
Has stayed true. Again, it's so rewarding to see when you've gone through the struggle, when you've continued to do things the right way, allow it to come back.
Ooh, wow. Donovan hit the court hard. 16-point lead. They've only allowed 18 Carolina points in the second half. Richardson's second best scoring game of the season. And that should do it for Gokdang, who's fouled out in her second straight game. And tonight she's got a double-double against the Heels. Navarre got it into Thomas, and Fournier comes up with the rejection. Toby Fournier with an all-around game. Both sides of the floor, hustles for the rebound. It is called for the foul. That's just her first of the game.
Again, a tremendous individual effort. Toby Fournier is engaged in help defense and then recovers back to get the block to keep it in play.
Fournier's second block of the game.
Duke is just so quick in their second and third rotations. They do a good job of making you uncomfortable, of forcing you to speed up and become tunnel vision on the offensive end, but their second and third rotations are quick and they're efficient.
Navarre able to put it in over her head. Richardson ends her night with 23 points, a career high tying 5 threes. And a win against Carolina.
Selfishly, of course.
You know, Ashlon Jackson goes out. It's going to look like a blowout, but it was close until the end of the third quarter when Duke took control.
You get into conference play, everybody knows each other really well.
The coverage starts at 1 Eastern time. And the Duke Blue Devils, many of these fans, especially in the lower bowl, standing for the entire game. And what a show! 23 for Richardson, 19 points and 10 boards for Fournier, the senior freshman combination. Too much for the Heels.
It sure was. A balanced effort on the offensive end. Again, that grit and toughness on the defensive end of the floor. This is a big-time win for Duke. Won 4 of the last 6 coming into this ball game. Finding that rhythm, finding that timing, finding that confidence on offense.